I think the more you spend, the shorter I get to shave this. Waving at it, but we're going.
I didn't know we were going either.
We're going. Welcome to Happy Chaos, episode number 24.
Holy smokes. 24.
24.
Oh, to be 24 again.
20 more. And now that we're older, 20 snore.
But we're not 20 more than 24.
No.
Not yet.
Close, though.
2 more years.
Yeah, close. Hey, y'all. Welcome to Happy Chaos. Today's going to be a really great episode.
Although you guys really liked the conspiracy one, and I did too. But this isn't episode. This isn't part 2 of the conspiracy one, but that is coming.
Is it? There was, I think there was good buzz about the conspiracy episode. I also think there were some not good feelings about the conspiracy episode. Just the thing is that when someone holds something near and dear, then sometimes it's painful to hear someone not hold those same beliefs and views. So anyways, hey, next time I can tick off the Masons. So
and we will be talking about that. So let us know. If you're just starting this, leave in the comments what we saw in some of the comments, which we'll go over some of them. Disney is one that you want us to touch on. I am down. I am so down.
But here's the thing though. There are some diehard Disney people.
Let them.
She said,
maybe I might awaken you to the twisted evil.
This
Disney.
is the spicy Kelly that I'm telling you about. She goes from super sweet to super spicy. She's sweet and spicy. That's what it is. She's like a sweet and sour chicken, but she's sweet and spicy. Yeah. Like a sweet and spicy Carolina heat. You
need some spice though.
It's like the more she relaxes, the more the edge.
That was cute.
The more the edge comes out.
I like the wink.
I think we're about to get interrupted by a child.
No.
Oh, did you tell him to come? I just saw headlights.
Yep.
Okay, y'all. Listen, there's several things happening right now. We haven't even told you what we're doing tonight, which I'm pretty excited about.
Tonight, I am too.
I say tonight because it's late. We're talking about family game night.
You're going to see us yawning, so I'm sorry, but.
It's late. It is almost 10, and we're just getting started. But we're dedicated. We're here.
Because this is our favorite part of the week.
Yes.
One of them.
Yeah, and I feel like we've had a slow start here. I feel like our podcast, I feel like that's. I'm not stopping. If y'all can hear it, you can hear it. If you can't, then
it just tracks. It totally tracks. And you said slow start. Yeah, we're off and running. We've got a kid that just pulled in the driveway. We've got a washer off balance.
I'm trying not. Is my eye twitching?
Yeah. A little bit.
Anyways, tonight we're talking about family nights.
Yes.
Specifically family game nights. I actually posted it on our story, on the Happy Chaos podcast story, and then I, linked it. And so I just posted it to ask you guys, what are your favorite family game nights? Should we see if there's
any?
I know there was one by April. I saw that one.
All right.
We're about to have some beeping happening, so I think I'm going to have to go. I might have to take a little pause here.
This is a possibility.
Yeah, it is. So before we get to family game night stuff, which I'm really excited about, and I'll tell you why I'm excited about it. I think I'm going to put part 3. What happened here? I'm really moved. I think I'm going to put part 3 up at part 1.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to this.
I agree.
Okay. So listen, family game night, super important. I don't know what you all do for family game nights, but I started listing the stuff that we do. And I was like, oh, there's a lot I don't even know that we can get through all this in one episode. Why are you smiling at me like that?
Because we couldn't get through the conspiracy stuff in one episode.
Well, I know, there's more conspiracy stuff, but I don't think anybody's going to be upset at us liking to play I say that, I don't know. I'm a pastor, so somebody's always upset about something that I do. And notice Kelly can hardly hold her drink right now because y'all just don't even know like the stuff that that happens. You're just like, we're just trying to live our lives, y'all.
I literally have a mouthful right now. I think that's the most I've had in my mouth before I spit out. Luckily, I didn't. It was just funny because you were like, we're talking about game night, and you're like, I don't think it. Well, I'm like, it's so true. Somebody will probably come at us for something. Like, you're a pastor and you play hide and seek.
Yeah, don't you know that comes from the Druids?
And
then we'll just add that to the conspiracy episode. Okay, y'all, listen, if you're new here, we're like, I don't know how many minutes in, and I'm finally going to introduce us. I'm Justin. This is Kelly, widow, remarried about 10 months ago. Is it 10 months yet? Yeah. We're getting real close.
We're getting really close. This month it'll be 10 months.
Yeah, 10 months ago we got married.
Wait. No, 9 months.
No, I think it's 10. You might be right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
December.
Yeah,
December will be a year.
We got married in December, and
when you
first get married, you count it like you have when you have a baby. You're like, oh, you're so many weeks married, you're so many months married. But anyways, we come to y'all to just bring. We were talking about this earlier. Like our whole goal, one of the things that we love is just bringing joy. Those people who you guys tell us your stories about, bringing joy to you and hope. And we walked through extreme grief at the loss of our spouses and extreme, I don't want to say extreme depression, but definitely.
Oh, for sure.
Definitely, real depression, real anxiety that came with it. And yet through that, the Lord's brought us into this place of testimony and hope and restoration. And so we hope to bring that to you guys and to just, produce that the Lord would produce in us that fruit of the Spirit of joy and peace. That you might be walking through the storm, but there is peace in the Lord and there is joy in the Lord. Yeah. And so we bring that to you. And I want to give
a little birthday shout out because Jonathan's what would have been 40th birthday is this Wednesday.
Happy birthday to John.
40.
40. He would have been 40.
He would have been 40 finally.
Kelly likes him young.
Stop! I knew you were going to say that. Because I'm only 42.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
No.
It's a little bad. It's just not that bad. I'm just kidding. It's not. I think there's like an age gap when it's like the younger you are, the more that seems like it's a lot, but it's like the older you get, the more that's acceptable.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if I was 90 and you were 70, it wouldn't feel weird. But evidently,
I don't know, 70-year-olds these days, they're kicking it. They're like,
I'm gonna be kicking it when I'm 90.
They look pretty young.
You just wait till I'm 90. You're going to be like,
that's exciting.
Right now, people don't think I'm 40. Maybe you do. I've had like one person one time that thought I was older than what I was.
Really?
But only once in my entire life. And so I think that makes them a bad judge of character. Maybe character's not the right word. But just, anyways, whatever. Look, I'm going to be.
What if it's the ones calling you young or bad judges of character?
I still don't think it's character. But
of image.
Yeah. Just a bad judge. Like.
Yeah.
And maybe that's it. I don't know. You guys can chime in. Did you think that? Were you guys like, he's older than 40? He's younger than 40? But for my whole life, I've been told that I look younger. So I think it's one of those things after you hear it long enough, maybe you start to feel it.
I would say you look like you're like 34.
34. That's significant, I think. I think most 40-year-olds would appreciate to be told they look like they're 34.
Yeah.
I think you look like you're 33.
Thank you. You're such a good liar right now. He's not a good liar, but he is right now. And I can appreciate that.
Well, anyways, I don't even know where I was going with that.
I don't know, but I've been told mixed, but mostly younger, really. And I know they're just probably, tickling my fancy, but only some mean.
Where is your fancy?
Right here. And only a few ones who were just mean and have said things. So.
Yeah. Okay, y'all, look, before we get into family game night, which is vitally important to your family, I literally would encourage you to play with your family. I don't care how old your family is.
And play pranks. Pranks are fun too.
Oh, we should totally do a prank episode.
Yeah.
But not just in the sense of like, oh, well, when they're little, get down on the floor and play with them. I mean, that's important and you should totally do that. And I encourage that. But I think at our stage of life, we also see the importance of intentionally playing with our kids, even though they're teenagers and they're older. And for us, trying to find a balance of like we have, a 7-year-old on one hand, and you have, upper teens, and then all the way into adulthood. And so, trying to navigate how to do that in a way that's appropriate to all ages can be difficult. But we find balance and we make it work. And it's a really great time to spend time with your family doing something that is recreational, but it doesn't necessarily have to be like a organized team sport. Like, oh, my son's in basketball or soccer or something. We love those things too. I'm just simply saying playing, like having family night with your kids is so vitally important.
Agreed.
And I feel like for me, it was one of the things that helped us through the grief. When mom had passed, we had always done family things together. A big one for us, which we'll talk about in a little bit, is kickball. We'd go out in the backyard and go play kickball together. And I've always had a family big enough to, make teams and go play a game of kickball. So we would always go out and go play a game of kickball. And so, when she passed, then to go out and go do that kind of similar thing that we'd done before felt really natural and really at home. And then when you guys came along, when you ladies came along, you all joined in the fun and joined in the games. And so anyways, it's going to be a good episode. I feel like I'm putting you to sleep already.
No, I just have a million things happening in my mind right now.
Oh, I gotcha. Is it still about the age thing?
No, not mine. I was just thinking about Kaylee, because Kaylee's she'll be 18 a week from today.
Yep.
So she has a birthday 4 days away from Jonathan.
Yep.
And so it's just big things happening this week.
Yeah.
And
big week.
Yeah. And I just got me thinking, like you said, we have a 7-year-old, and I'm like, well, a week from today we will have 2 18-year-olds in the house.
Yeah.
And one getting ready to turn 18.
Yeah, and then a 17-year-old. Yeah. Hey, ages of the kids, just in case you wanted to know: 7, 11, 13, 15, 17, 18, 21, and 29. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's 9 of them, and that's why we call it Happy Chaos. Let's get to Kelly's favorite part of the episode now that we're like wasted a ton of time here. Just chatting it up.
Just chatting it up. You want to sing it?
Yeah, I do. Any other questions?
I need you to sing it.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Would you sing it right now?
Nope.
You're so rotten.
I'm never going to sing that song.
Why?
It's never going to happen. But anyways, it is mail time. So
it is mail time.
I wish I could think of like other songs.
Or how about You've Got Mail?
I've said that before, and you said that didn't count. But
it doesn't count for our song.
I could sing Signed, Sealed, Delivered.
Yes.
All right, well, then there you go. I just sang it. So now we're on to the comments. But we were supposed to look and see if there was any comments. I saw one from April about game nights.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that after mail time.
All right, mail time first.
Mail time first.
You get one comment.
Bet. He thinks he's going to keep restricting me.
I was going to see how far I could pull it back, see if I could take it all the way out.
All right.
I don't know how you're going to choose with these. There's a lot of comments there.
There is 38 comments this time.
Yeah.
Just on Facebook.
Yep.
All right, Lauren Engel, she said, here we go. Some of my fave topics. Laugh out loud. Let's hear it. And she dropped quite a few comments here, and I love them. I love every single one of them. But one of them is Mandela effect makes me feel insane. Laugh out loud. We know what we saw. Haha. Amen, sister.
Okay, but there are some crazy things happening with the Mandela effect. Let's just talk real quick about this. Y'all post it on here. Go to the Facebook page and look. People are posting.
We do have some posts on here.
Yeah, some pictures of Curious George
without a tail. And this book was like 40 years old.
Yeah,
Becky Bales brought it to us at church.
There's no faking this. She said that as she was watching the episode, she had to go look for herself.
Yeah.
And she went and found like a 40-year-old copy of Curious George. No tail.
No tail. I wasn't dying on that hill, though. I just thought he didn't have a tail. Also, Berenstein Bears. I would have died on that hill, but I have seen books, and I'm like, there's no way. I'm telling you.
Unless we're wrong, and CERN really did, and now we're in an alternate timeline.
That is possible. I think we're on the wrong side over here. But listen, we've come to a conclusion, though.
That was a joke, y'all. She was supposed to laugh at that, but then she didn't. And so now it became awkward.
I'm rolling with it.
I'm sure there's some of you like, wait a second, what did he just, like, are we going there?
CERN, CERN, look it up.
Yeah.
So.
and now we're in an alternate timeline.
All right, but
it's the
for
only
real,
thing that makes sense.
What they're doing is they're throwing some out there that are actually the way they're saying. Curious George, no tail, Berenstain Bears, which I ain't never heard that before in my life, but whatever. So they're going to throw these few little in there. That way it's like, see, you are crazy.
But listen.
But Publishers Clearinghouse can't prove us wrong. We proved it.
But there are multiple people who are looking at me, older people looking at me and saying, I say like Ed McMahon, and they're like, don't know. And I'm like, Publishers Clearinghouse, and they're like, what about it? And I'm like, didn't they used to bring checks? And they're like, I don't know. Did Publishers Clearinghouse? I'm like, wait, how can you not remember this? I mean, there was basically Powerball and then Publishers Clearinghouse.
I agree. I used to wait for the day that they would come to my parents' house. I was like, please, Lord, let them come to my parents' house.
Alternate timeline.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that makes sense.
They have brainwashed us good.
Or it's an alternate timeline.
That's true. It probably is.
All right, let's read some more comments.
Lauren also said, hey, yes, Kelly, laugh out loud. I feel you're ready to throw hands over these things. Laugh out loud. Oh, I am.
That's the spicy part.
I'm ready to throw some hands. So
but
let somebody come at me. All right, I'm sorry. Lauren, I'm going to read one more of yours.
Well, Lauren gets 3.
Yeah.
My word. That's
even
all
though
3.
she said Kelly's right. Thank you, Lauren. The moon landing. Yet we haven't been back. Rolly eyes. 100%. When someone talks about this, I laugh uncontrollably. It's insane. Laugh out loud. Even my kids can see how fake it was. The fact that we need to know it was. No, the only fact that we need to know is what was the temperature of the Van Allen belt. 100. And Marie Long commented and said, Lauren, our favorite really very crunchy reel is when they see the movie set and their elementary boys ask if that is a set from the moon landing. Thank you. Point proven.
Look, there's more replies to that. I'm just curious what else is being said there. Oh, it's just
said,
back and forth.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. The government wouldn't do this to a starter pack. How did I not see this, Lauren?
It says, for those of you listening, it's just a picture, and it says, well, I said for those listening, you're showing it to them. But anyways,
I'm showing it to the ones who are watching.
It says the government wouldn't do that to a starter pack, and it's like
so funny.
Vaccines, pills, chemtrails, and
9/11.
And
that's
9/11.
Another one we're going to talk about.
Oh goodness!
I know. All right, Kate Hawes. Kelly is right. Watch the original footage of the landing. Observe the skies and heavens with the telescope and study what the Bible says about the foundations of the earth and the heavens and the firmament. Ponder the North Star and its precise location. Amazing that they called the president on a landline when they landed on the moon. My 8th grader would do better than the original set for the moon landing. Also, go to the ocean and use the fancy zoom lens and question why on a globe you can still see hundreds of miles. Those ships shouldn't be there in our line of sight. We're given the actual curvature of the...
You didn't realize this comment was that long when you started it.
I didn't. I mean, I have read this comment already, but I didn't realize it was this long.
All right. Let's talk for just 1 second though.
Okay.
The North Star.
Yeah.
You do realize that when you get into the southern hemisphere and the closer you get to the equator, I know that some of you are rejecting the globe idea, but you do realize that the North Star, the closer you get to the equator, the more the North Star is on the horizon, not up in the sky.
Yeah.
And when you get into the southern hemisphere, you cannot see the North Star. Like that's provable.
Yeah.
You can take a trip. I checked with this one with 2 pilots who regularly go to the southern hemisphere.
Yes.
And they told me, they confirmed, and they said that is accurate. When you get into the southern hemisphere, you can no longer see the North Star. It is out of view. And then when you are in the northern hemisphere, then you can see the North Star, but the closer to the equator you are, the more it's like down.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that's hard. I know that's hard to, just wanted to put it out there.
But Kate, we'll talk. Like,
no, I'm
Justin
like,
loves talking about flat Earth.
y'all have no idea how much I mean, at this point, I feel like y'all have forced me to look into things that
I kind of feel like it's the Masons. The Masons are after him.
Y'all just don't even know about that.
For real. And that'll be talked about on our next conspiracy episode, part 2.
I've had more run-ins with Masons than I think the average person
For sure.
has. And maybe they have and they just don't know it, or they don't, reveal it. But it's definitely been like some battles.
For sure.
I don't know why I winked at you guys for that when I said that. I don't normally wink, but I just like popped off with a wink right now. It's like, bam, like
I love your
That's twice that I've done that. I did it to you earlier.
I know.
Okay. Oh, look, missing link, Freemasons.
Yep, Kate Haas, missing link, Freemasons. Disproportional amount of the original astronauts doing landings were 33-degree Freemasons. I believe that 100%.
I don't know excuse me. I don't know if that's true or not. I wouldn't know how to verify such
Delilah Fox. She has got a comment. I'm like, why didn't we think of this?
Okay.
Mandela effect.
I did know about this one.
I know. We were taught there were 52 states, class of 2002. I was class of 2001 in Georgia. My husband, class of 2000, thinks I'm crazy. Laugh out loud. Research this on TikTok, and there were others. No, we did not go to the moon. Thank you, Delilah. And we were absolutely taught in school that we went from 50 states to 52 states.
I 100% agree with
My
that.
kids think I'm crazy.
Yes.
Yep.
But I will tell you that I said this about, 7-8 years ago. I was working with a guy and I said 52 states and he laughed out loud at me.
That's what Kaylee did to me.
And he was like, but this was 6 or 7 years ago. And he's like 52. He was like, there's 50 states. And he was like, it was 48 and now we're at 50. And I'm like, no, I was taught there was 52. And then I'm like questioning everything. I'm like, like gaslighting. I'm like, maybe this is dumb homeschooler stuff. Like I didn't know, but
I wasn't homeschooled. And I'm telling you, they taught us 52 states.
Yeah. The only thing that I wanted to do I wanted to compare that to the Animaniacs. Did you ever see the Animaniacs when they sang the state song? And I was like, I wonder if he says how many states are in that song. So, but I don't know that I want the answer to that because then it just might mean that I'm dumb. And there was 50.
It's not about being dumb. We were literally taught that.
I mean, I remember it, sort of. Like,
oh, I remember it.
Do you want to hear a funny story?
Yeah.
Y'all, I was, this does not reflect well on me as a pastor. This is the story of a lie. So we were in class and I didn't want to be in school. I was homeschooled and then my mom went back to work and my parents said, you got to go back to public school. And so 8th grade year, I go back to public school. I didn't want to be there. 9th grade year, didn't want to be there. And I wasn't having a great experience. It's like one of those things. I look back now and I realize I made things probably worse.
He was bullied, and all you bullies, look at him now.
Yeah.
Look at him now.
Yeah.
Bet all of you guys are balding. Okay, go ahead.
Babe.
It's on movies.
I don't know.
It's on movies.
Okay.
People always go to their high school reunion, and the one that was picked on is always like that smoldering, like good-looking one.
Smoldering?
And all the other ones are like beer-bellied, balding guys all the time. You see it in movies all the time. That's what that was. Just so you guys know, I wasn't attacking anybody. It's
okay, all right, let me tell you the story. So 8th and 9th grade year. So I'm in school and I had this social studies teacher who stands up in front of us and tells us the first day that he's like, I don't want to be a teacher. I have to be a teacher so that I can coach football, which already annoyed me because I'm like, I don't really even want to be here. And now I have to sit in this class that you don't even want to teach, but you're just doing it because you want to be the football coach. And he's like, so he was like, there are going to be times that we're going to be over here running plays and we're going to be talking with the football team and we're going to give the rest of you guys an assignment and it'll be easy and everybody's going to get an A. That's kind of the way he's talking. And so he says that he doesn't want to grade work, so he's not going to grade work. He's going to have us grade each other's work. And here's what he says. He goes, to make sure that you all don't do something you shouldn't be doing, if you grade somebody something wrong, the way we're going to do is grade it twice. You're going to grade somebody's something, and then you're going to pass it back to them. And if you graded something wrong on their sheet, you're going to lose those points. And so we went through the year doing this, and I'm annoyed about it every time. And so one of our things is busy work. This is like 9th grade year. We're learning the states. And this is something like our daughter just did this last year in 5th grade. This is like, elementary material. And I'm annoyed about that, but he's just trying to give cake work. And so anyways, I'm annoyed about the test, and we have to take this test over the 50 states. And so, I'm certain I aced the test. And this other guy, he also aced the test, but I was mad when I was having to grade his paper. And so he had said something to me. I don't remember what it was. And so I marked Arkansas wrong on his paper. And he caught it. He saw that it was marked wrong. And so he takes it up to the teacher. And the teacher calls me up. Mr. Jackson was his name. So he calls me up and he's like, why did you mark this wrong? That is not wrong. That is Arkansas. And in that moment, it just came to me. And I was like, I thought it said Arkansas. And he said, what? And I said, it didn't say Arkansas. It said Arkansas. And so I thought he got it wrong. You said Arkansas. I thought he got it wrong. And he just goes, Justin, go sit down. But it was a lie. I did know how to spell it, and I just didn't want to get in trouble. And
your pastor lied, folks.
I know.
That's it.
Y'all like
all he wrote.
Well, I mean, here I am all these years later, still like,
holding on to it.
I'm holding on to this lie. I feel like I need to go tell Adam I lied on his paper to try to get him a bad
Who was
grade.
the teacher? Maybe you should go talk to the teacher.
Mr. Jackson was the teacher.
We'll have to find him.
What are we going to do? Okay, listen, I'm going to give you one more comment on mail time because it has been way too long. We got to get moving. Unless you're done.
I'm not done. Oh
Okay.
My goodness. Why would you assume such a thing? Sharon Metzger.
Here, she's got the picture of the Berenstain Bears.
She said, oops, we were wrong. This is about 40 years old, and we tried to read it to our children.
The Berenstain Bears from
Berenstain is what it's saying.
Berenstain.
Berenstain.
Anyways, we were wrong, or we're on a different timeline.
We're on a different timeline.
Yeah, it's any of those.
Because it was Berenstain. I'm just saying.
Check those messages.
Yes.
And it's time to talk about
Is it on Insta?
favorite game night, family night. Yeah, you can go Instagram. You got to go to Happy Chaos. And then you should be able to see it. Or maybe on mine, on my personal, not my personal anymore, but our ministry one, Pastor Justin and Kelly. Yeah, I don't see it there. Yeah, go to my Pastor Justin and Kelly one and see if it's there. I did see at least one. Anyways, what's your favorite? You can leave this down in the comment. Like, what's your favorite, like, game night or family night activity? Like, what's something that you do? I have been for a long time. I have just really enjoyed trying to have special, like, all the family together. Let's all come together and either come around the table and eat. If it's dinner time, you guys have heard me talk about that before, how important I feel like that is. I mean, that's important enough to me that I literally told Kelly before we got married, like, this is something that I don't want to lose when we get married. Like, I don't want to be a family that everybody just comes in the kitchen and gets something whenever they want. I remember one time I went to visit somebody's house, and that's how they did dinner. They just, like, mom made something and left it on the stove, and when you were hungry, you went over and got it, put it on a plate, you sat down at the table, and you ate it, and then somebody else did it another time. Maybe you were sitting at the table at the same time, maybe you weren't. And I just, like, I don't want that for my family. I want to, like, I want a dinner bell. Like, we ring the dinner bell and, stampede to the table.
It's just hard when we have
it's hard.
18-year-olds, 17-year-olds.
Yeah.
That drive, that work, that are always out and about. So
yeah. And then, then they have their own money. And so sometimes they want to go eat food with their friends or, just because they want something. And so, yeah, it's definitely difficult, but it also is even more reason to cherish it when we have it. But, second to meals together for me is like weekly. I don't know. It sounds stupid to say it to me, but like to call it like weekly play time, like time to play together. And so, I've done everything from like the extreme to, just the mundane. But one of my favorites, I just want to tell you this before.
I know what it is.
What is it?
Throw burrito.
No. I mean, I like that. That was fun. But no, so it was COVID. Oh. This was right before Sarah was diagnosed. I mean, she was probably sick and we just didn't know it, but there was nowhere to go. And so we couldn't go. Have I told you this before?
No.
Oh, I have. You just don't remember it just yet. But anyways, so it started out that I was going to bake some cookies with the kids, and then we were all going to try to do something like watch a movie or play a game or something.
I know what you're about to say.
Yeah. And so we were going to make cookies, and here was little Phoebe, and she said to me, Dad, can we just have just the cookie dough? And I have always wanted to just make a batch of cookie dough just to eat the dough. And we've always eaten some of the dough, but we've never, and don't come at me for eating cookie dough. I don't even want to hear it. No. You can totally eat raw eggs. Yes. You're going to be just fine. I always love the signs that say edible cookie dough. And I'm like, all
cookie dough is edible.
All cookie dough is edible. Yeah. I've just never met one yet that's unedible. It's probably better for you than those Oreos. But anyways, so I called all the kids. Well, I made the batch. I was like, well, let's go ahead and make this batch of cookies. Then when I was done with the cookies, so I have fresh homemade chocolate chip cookies. And then I whip up some cookie dough. And Sarah was off doing something else. I don't remember what she was doing, but she was not around. And so I had the kitchen to myself, and when the cat's away. So I'm
going to get a shirt that says, when the cat's away, the mouse will play.
Yeah. For sure. So I make up this batch of cookie dough. So now I've got fresh, hot cookies and a batch of cookie dough. And I put a towel over my arm, and I put on a suit jacket. And I went and I stood at the back door, and I called the kids in my best English accent. I invited them to come into the bellyache. And about that time, Sarah came barreling out of the back room. She's like, what are you doing? You guys have to understand, my late wife had a phobia of throw up. Mm-hmm. Like anything that she thought would cause throw up, or that somebody would throw up. Like I never saw her throw up until, and even with chemo, it's like she fought it really, really, really hard. I'm telling you, like morning sickness with kids, and she fought throwing up so much that she didn't, like she would just sprawl out on the floor and lay down. And so she hated throw up. So she comes barreling over. She's like, what are you doing? And I was like, when I introduced it, I told the kids, I said, welcome to the bellyache, where Dad makes all the rules. And when we're done, you'll wish you'd listen to your mother. And they're all cheering and laughing. And so I've got this big thing of cookie dough, and I'm like, you can have cookie dough sandwiches, which is where you have a cookie and cookie dough, and then another.
I'm going to be sick talking about this.
And so then I've got this cookie dough, and I've got all the kids out there all cheering, and I'm like, would you like small, medium, or large? And the joke was, I was hoping that they were going to say large, and I was going to take this huge chunk and just throw it down on their plate. And but Phoebe's like, small. I just want a small. And I'm like, you don't just want a small right now, you know. And Sarah's like, she's in the background, and she's not joking. She's like, you need to stop. And I'm like, the bellyache is where Dad makes all the rules, and when we're done, you'll wish you listened to your mother. So I gave them all this big plate of cookie dough, and my son Titus, he had a clump of cookie dough, like probably bigger than my fist, like big old clump of cookie dough, and he's eating it, and we're just having this big old time. And as soon as we were done, Titus stands up and he goes, I'm not sick, but I'm gonna go lay down. He went over there. He was, probably, I don't know, he had to have been like 9-10 years old at the time, and he went and laid down on the couch. And Sarah was like, he's gonna throw up, and I'm like, he'll be all right if he does,
Yeah.
So
she just can't be around.
Yeah, that was that's a core memory, I believe, the bellyache. As a matter of fact, they've even referenced it. The kids have referenced it, like, we should do the bellyache again, and I just don't think it would ever be the same recreated. It was just it's just like a moment that
a one time.
Yeah, it was like a one-time, one-off.
Yeah.
It just worked out really really well. So anyways, we have standards, and then we have these like one-offs, where we either end up in some sort of a food fight or, doing the bellyache. Or
I've never done a food fight.
In your whole life?
In my whole life.
Oh boy.
We've done water fights where we've brought like the hose in the house, and but never a food fight.
Oh boy. I have totally done a food fight.
I know you guys have done a couple.
Yeah, I've been involved in it.
I look at it mom style. I'm like, I don't want to clean that. I do not want to clean up food all over the house. I just don't. Like, I watch this couple that does like short videos and reels and stuff. And I'm sure you guys have seen them. They have balloons and they fill them with shaving cream. And they wait till each other walks through the doorway, and then they pop them. And I'm like, who wants to clean that?
Yeah, but have you seen how big their house looks now? I think pop some balloons for that.
That's true.
I mean, if you look at the old videos, it's like an average house, and you look at their house now, and I'm like, somebody got a raise.
It gets old too, you know, like it's the same thing. No offense, guys, if you happen to stumble across our podcast, it does. It gets kind of old seeing the same thing, the same ways to break a balloon. And I'm just like, I would not. I look at that and I'm like, oh, look at that mess. And when I originally saw those reels, I thought it was like milk, and I'm like, oh, that house is gonna stink so bad. There's no way you're cleaning that up all the way.
Shaving cream kind of smells good though.
Yeah.
That's one thing. I haven't shaved with shaving cream in a long time, and I like miss the smell of shaving cream a little bit. But you don't.
I can smell it right now.
You don't want me
as
to.
You're talking.
You don't want me to shave it.
No. All right. If you've gotten this far, do you think Justin should shave his beard?
Let the beard go. I would like to let it go. I would get rid of it. I know Kelly doesn't want me to, but look, I still have it. I haven't gotten rid of it. It's just a desire of mine to be a smooth face again. Anyways,
I always look at guys like when they shave, like older men especially. I'm like, what made you do it? What made you wake up and say, let me shave it?
you do realize that there's a fair amount of our audience that probably has husbands that have smooth faces, shaved faces.
But I'm saying, like, one said, oh, don't. And then they just shave it. And they're like, I'm just going to shave today. I'm like, what made you decide that? Were you having a midlife crisis? Because keep it. I'm just saying. Let me tell you guys a funny, quick story. So I was in the hospital because it was like 3 weeks before I was due with Mila, but there were so many complications with Mila because of like placenta accretia and like all kinds of stuff. So anyways,
just complications.
I was hospitalized a week before we did the C-section, and I'm there. It's Halloween, and no, it couldn't have been Halloween. They must have been trunk-or-treating because Mila came the day before Halloween. So they must have been trunk-or-treating a couple days before. And then Jonathan decides to come up to the hospital. You know, he's home taking care of the girls while I'm hospitalized waiting. And he comes in to visit me, and he shaved. Now, Jonathan had a Kirk beard, all the time, Kirk beard.
Big, long beard.
Yeah. And he comes in shaved. Meanwhile, I am fully pregnant. And I just look at him and I'm like, he just didn't think to ask me if he wanted to, like, you know, take it all off. I don't know. I think he would have. I was like, can you go put it back? Can you go put it back on?
I think I have a game. I think the more you spend, the shorter I get to shave this. And we'll put like amounts on it. And then every time you buy something, I bet, ooh, I can clip it down a little shorter. You didn't think that was as funny as I did?
No.
All right, y'all. Listen, let's talk about some of our favorite games.
Your beard is so handsome.
I know what you're trying to do there. You're trying to like subliminally get in my head so that I won't get rid of it.
I feel like it adds, like, you know.
This is trickery. I know what's happening right now. All right, let's first of all, let's just talk about the simplest. You know, one of the simplest things that you can do with your family is a movie night. We love movie night. Now, I am a narcoleptic old man who falls asleep at every movie. Even now talking about it, I'm feeling sleepy.
Stop it. I am too.
See?
I am ready to cut this and go to bed. I am such an old lady right now.
I don't think everybody wants us to cut just yet.
No.
I mean, I think we got some more. But listen, like movie night's an easy thing, except when you mess up and pick a movie that you shouldn't pick. My children have been scarred. I don't understand how I didn't understand what it was. And then now my kids somehow clearly understand exactly what is happening.
I'm with you. I watched that so many times. That was like one of my favorites.
Yeah. So one night we used to have a projector screen and a projector. And so we would like have full on like, oh, we're going to go do movie night. Like we're gonna go downstairs and we're in the basement and big soft seating, and we would actually turn one couch in front of the other, and that way we had like a few on this couch and a few on the couch behind, so it was kind of like a movie theater style. Big screen up above and the projector behind. And we didn't have a movie that night, and I'm like, oh, look here on Amazon, there's Look Who's Talking. Look Who's Talking. And I'm like, we used to watch this when I was a kid, and it's about babies talking. Like the babies are talking, like there's like voiceovers for the babies. And the opening scene is John Travolta, and I don't know the lady's name. I think it's Kirstie Alley.
Kirstie Alley. Kirstie.
Well, something Alley. And they're getting frisky, and though they don't show anything, they definitely didn't mute the audio. Okay. And as they didn't mute the audio, then they show, let's call it the scientific version of
pregnancy.
Yeah, of pregnancy, and giving voices to all of those elements. And I'm like, okay. And so then, like, I don't remember where it was. I don't remember if it was on my computer or if I plugged in my computer or if it was the remote, but something like I couldn't get it to stop. I'm like, I'm trying to get it to stop, y'all. I'm trying to turn it off. And it gets all the way to the point that there's like this like floating baby doll in, some goo or whatever that's, they're talking over top of. That's about as far as we made it. Finally got it turned off. And I'm like, I'm sorry, guys.
Even though after that, I think that's the worst part of it.
I don't know.
Let me know. I haven't seen it in 25 years.
Right. Yeah. It's one of those things with 80s movies that like 80s movies will be rated PG and then the language is atrocious.
Oh yeah. Karate Kid.
Yeah. Karate Kid, Goonies was that way. I thought Goonies, I'm like, oh, Goonies. I remember that being a kid. And so we told the church one night, there was the drive-in theater was showing the Goonies. And
on a Wednesday night.
Yeah. And I'm like, hey, everybody, we're all going to the drive-in after church. And then we all went to the Goonies together and pastor led the charge. I don't think I really led it. There were other people leading it, but there was a lot of people and I endorsed it.
You led the charge that night.
Oh, man, my goodness. And so we all went to see the Goonies and it was very cussed. And enough that I was like, this is embarrassing. Let's all go throw the football over here. So yeah, it was just not.
I like the Goonies still.
Yeah, and it's a fun movie. It's a cult classic, but it definitely has had some rough language. And I try to be cautious to, what I would recommend or not. But anyways, Look Who's Talking, not a great family choice. So I guess the one thing is like maybe check the plugged in movie reviews or something. Although sometimes I found that the other way, like sometimes I read the plugged in movie reviews and I'm like, we're not watching that. And then later somehow I do watch it. And then I'm like, that wasn't bad at all. Like I didn't see that as bad, but like when I read it on paper, it seemed bad. But anyways, it's really hard to gauge with movies. So there you go. There's my one caveat is like, we watched a movie the other night that we thought was supposed to be, I don't know. I wouldn't say it was supposed to be really family friendly. And it seemed a little.
It was made by Angel Studios.
Yeah. And it was a little bit edgy on the scary side.
Yeah. And there was a couple cuss words.
Yeah. So anyways, but we still love movie night and especially some of the classics and some of the fun movies. Like I remember we went on a little spree and watched all the Mighty Duck movies and then all the kids loved to go like outside and rollerblading and, and I'm like, see, all it takes is a movie and all of a sudden we're back in love with rollerblading.
Yeah. And
I'm okay with that. I mean, I feel like Chris Munch a little bit, but I'd do it. Do you guys ever see Chris Munch? Y'all ever watch him? The comedian?
Oh gosh, I can't.
Oh, he's funny.
He is funny.
Yeah. When he pulls out the rollerblades, you have to watch it. Let me know if you guys can let me know if you ever watch Chris Munch. Okay, number 2. Here's one of our favorite family night things: fire pit.
Yes.
Listen, unless you live in an apartment on the second story, that's probably accurate. I'm sure there's probably some other scenarios that you can't have a fire pit, but for the most part, if you can
get you a friend that has a fire pit.
Maybe, but I mean, for like $60, you can go to Walmart and get you a little metal fire pit. I now have kind of a permanent, like a fire ring and brick around it or whatever that's out there. But
the only thing we need to do now is, I don't know if you've seen it on Pinterest where they do like the octagon wood with swings hanging around the fire
Uh-huh.
and string lights.
The only problem with that, I mean, I like that, but
You can't move it.
you can't adjust it. And I'm telling you, with a fire, you got to be able to scoot your seat back and forth a little bit and get to a better position, because it's either you're freezing cold. Like we're getting to a time right now that we're going to go do some fire nights, some fire pit nights, and your back is going to be cold, but your front is going to be warm.
Well, we got to come up with some more comfortable way to sit around that. The metal chairs
It's just not doing it.
You just need it. I don't know. Something more comforting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Kelly,
that you can sit together.
the problem is you've seen a lot of Pinterest. And so you're like, can't we just put like a swinging bed out here?
Yeah, that would be awesome. I am convinced that Pinterest was made for hoarders.
For hoarders?
Yeah.
I don't know about all that.
I do, because I mean, if you see my Pinterest, it's hoarded.
Maybe.
Like there's all these dreams and
I feel like
ambitions that I'll never touch.
Oh.
I'll never.
Okay. I feel like Pinterest was made for the ADD person that wishes they were organized.
See?
I wasn't trying to stab at you. If you felt attacked, I didn't mean it to. All right, let me tell you about fire pit night. So here's what you can do. So number one, hot dog roast. Get you some hot dogs.
Have you ever done this?
Yes.
I have never.
Well, let's do it tomorrow night.
What's tomorrow night? I gotta check my calendar.
We can't do it tomorrow night.
Yeah, you're busy.
Well, yeah, but we can do it later this week. Let's do it later this week. So here's what you do. You get some hot dogs, get some bratwurst, and you go this is what you do for dinner. You get some skewers, and you start a little fire out back. And then everybody goes out and they put their own hot dog on a skewer and they roast their hot dog, and you just take all the fixings with you, and then it's nice, easy dinner, and everybody just eats hot dogs roasted over the fire.
That sounds fun.
And it's super fun. And then you just kind of let it get dark outside, and you can play some outdoor games, whether it's kickball or kick the can or whatever. And I'll mention some of those in a little bit. But fire pit nights they are the best.
Let's talk s'mores for a minute, because I have heard all these different ways to make s'mores. Like you have told us, I think on the podcast, a Reese cup with marshmallow and graham cracker.
Yes, somebody suggested this to me years ago, and it will make all the difference.
Did you try it?
I've tried all kinds of different things. Yes, I've tried Reese's. So
I feel like you're messing with something you shouldn't be messing with.
I'm surprised that you're so... I have proof right now that you'll mess with things and you're okay with it. I don't know why you're not okay with this one.
What do you mean?
Because right now there are Oreo Reese's in
I tried one.
I feel like you're about to say you're not impressed.
I'm disappointed.
So maybe it's not just the peanut butter you love. Maybe it's the peanut butter and the chocolate.
It probably is. And so that's where I think a s'more with Reese cup would kind of hurt a Reese cup. Number two, I was imagining, I don't know why, like the Reese's filling in the Reese cup in the Oreo. But if they did that, that would be an expensive pack of Oreos.
Oreos are expensive.
Yeah, but $4 for a pack.
Wait, are you telling me you expected it to be Oreo cookie, Reese cup Oreo cookie, like a whole cup?
No, like the actual peanut butter that's inside a Reese cup, inside the Oreo.
No, I tried one too, and I think that they just took the peanut butter Oreo and
with the lard.
I don't even think they did. I just think they took the peanut butter Oreo, which they already had before, and I think Reese stuck their label on it.
100%.
And they're like,
that's exactly what it tastes like.
But it doesn't taste like anything like Reese.
I'm so mad.
Reese's, what are you thinking?
Like they had me. I was like, I'm trying that.
Yeah.
I'm trying that.
Yeah.
They can take it. I'm glad it doesn't taste good.
Oh, well, okay. Spicy Kelly's coming out. She's angry about some.
Well, yeah, because you don't mess with Reese's.
Okay, listen. You take a s'more, and instead of using a chocolate bars are good, but what you do is get all kinds of different candy bars, and you put other candy bars on your s'more. So you can do a Snickers, you can do anything soft. You can do Three Musketeers, you can do a Reese cup, and Reese cup is definitely a top. I would say it's really good, but it takes something that's already relatively rich and then makes it even more so. So you really might want to have a big old glass of milk out there with you.
Who likes their marshmallow burnt?
No one.
Raise your hand in the comments.
Ew. Somebody help me with this. Like
charcoal.
That's disgusting.
It's not though. It's charcoal outside and gooey on the center.
Yeah, but who wants to eat charcoal?
Me. It was very good. I love a charcoal marshmallow. Like, love it.
But do you love charcoal? Anything else?
I mean, sometimes, yeah. I like my onions charred and.
Charred.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't get it. I take my marshmallow and I roast it very slowly. I keep it
methodically.
I keep it over.
It is tan all the way
Oh, yes.
around.
Yeah. And I like tip it, I'll tip it up and roast it, and then I'll tip it down and roast so I get like all the edges, because I don't want to have like a tan around the, kind of the long side.
And then like
the
it had
nut
socks on.
Yeah, like it had socks on when it was out in the sun.
Yeah.
I don't want it to have that. So
you're so adorable. I love the way you roast marshmallows.
I like it to have a crisp. I like there to be like, I've made the outside crispy, but I don't want it to lose the flavor. I don't like, charcoal does not taste good. I've had a burnt marshmallow and I'm like, it tastes like charcoal and a marshmallow. And I don't like that. Why would I want to eat charcoal?
I love it, you guys. And I know I have people out there. That love it too.
Yeah. Well, okay. Fire pit night, nice and easy family night. And it's cheap. It doesn't cost you much. You can make a cheap dinner out of it with hot dogs and s'mores for dessert. Anyways, I highly recommend especially during fall time like this.
Yes.
It's the time to have the fire pit night.
Y'all, it's 47 degrees out this evening, tonight.
Yeah. Fire pit night is not the best when it's hot. If it's humid, like middle of July, it's like, I don't really want to be near the fire right now. We're all sweating, but it's nice when you kind of need the fire to keep you warm. It's not so fun when everybody goes inside and leaves me to clean up, but that was not a dig. We've not even had fire pit night since
we did.
Not since we've been married.
Yes, we did.
Oh, maybe we did.
You remember?
Maybe we did. But I didn't mean that as a dig. That wasn't the goal.
Okay. Because I did clean up. I brought the stuff in, but that was a whole kerfuffle.
There was a kerfuffle in the Happy Cows household.
Yes, there was.
Listen, here's another one for you. Family night. Hide and seek.
Yes.
First of all, let's just be clear about something. Your house actually would be really fun for hide and seek.
Yeah, it is.
You just got to play it in the dark.
Except when people like hit their toe on the corner of the couch
that does hurt.
Or put a hole in the wall from the front door because they're trying to run outside.
Well, that wouldn't have happened if we hadn't have opened up the outside rule, but we opened up to outside.
I was against opening up the outside, but the boys of the house, the guys of the house, they wanted the door up. They wanted outside involved.
And it was fun.
No, you cannot bring the outdoors in.
Yes, you can, and we did, and it was fun. So listen.
It ended up ruining the game, and everybody quit.
No,
I think there was a fight between the guys. 2 boys fought over this.
They did. It was the older boys. Which is, it's funny how that feels when they're little and they fight. You're just like, all right, knock it off. When they're older, you're like, I'm cautious to get in the middle of this.
I look at them and if he's not around, I'm like, they'll start like bickering, and I'm like, I'm just saying, don't fist fight around me. I can't. My heart cannot handle that. I will cry. You will make your mother cry. Do not fist fight in front of me. And there hasn't gotten to that yet. But I'm scared of it.
Yeah. I used to fight hard with my brother. I
know. I hear the stories.
We fought. Like when I say we fought, I don't mean like we argued, and I don't mean like somebody punched the other in the arm. I mean like it went to blows. It's like, yeah, it was rough sometimes. That's boys, Anyway, so hide and seek, number 1, let's just say play it in your house. Number 2, hide and seek outside is super fun. You can do that at, no cost. You don't have to buy anything. Y'all know how to play hide and seek. But then there's a variation. And I'm cautious with this because when I give variations to games, people are like, what? I don't understand. But this is not complicated. But maybe it would be for some people if I try to explain it. We play a game called Kick the Can. We were taught this by our good friends, the Gilmores, and you have to have an object. So instead of having base, you have an object. Then you're going to kick that object. We've used everything from a ball, football, a kickball.
5-gallon bucket.
5-gallon bucket is where it started with, and that's the can portion of it, or a trash can also would work. So you put the trash can somewhere that's kind of out in the open, if you will. And now there's one person who's it, and everybody runs and hides while that person who's it counts, just like hide and seek. Then that person runs around looking for people. But here's the difference. Instead of tagging the person with your hand, When you see the person, no matter where you are, as long as you can name them and point at them and say that that's who it is, okay? So they're all hiding. You got to play this in the dark. So all these people, everybody's hiding. And then you're one person, you're it, and you see somebody else. And so say that Kelly and I are playing, and she's out hiding, and I'm it. So I'm wandering, looking, and when I see her, it doesn't matter how far away I am, I see her, and I go, that's Kelly. Kelly, I see you. Now it's a race to the bucket, and the first one who can kick that bucket or kick that object, that hence kick the can. Okay, so the first one to kick the can wins. If the person who was not it, Kelly, runs and kicks the bucket first, then she's safe. If I run and kick the bucket, then she's now it.
On the list.
On the list, yeah, it's called on the list, because then you continue in like fashion.
And if you don't get anybody else, everybody else gets to the can before he does, I'm in.
Yeah, it's the last person to kick the can. So I have to keep going around searching for everybody else until the last one has been found. That's the whole deal. Like in hide and seek, once you find somebody and tag them, then they're it, and the game restarts. But not in kick the can. And kick the can, everyone continues to stay hiding. So if you've got a really good spot, you just don't move. We've even had some people hide so well that we just had to be like, all right, we're going to just take this person who's been it, like go ahead and start another round. And this person just hides through multiple rounds because literally nobody can find them. We don't know where they are. Anyways, kick the can. It's a wonderful variation of hide and seek.
It's so much fun.
All right.
In fact, I think we're going to have a kick the can night.
Yeah, we need to. We'll do that when
Before
we do
it gets too cold.
When we do the hot dog night, we need to kick the can. So, okay, listen, here's my next one for you. Nerf war.
So much fun. Until you're getting...
You thought it was fun.
It's so much fun. Until then all of a sudden when you're ganged up on.
Yeah.
And you're getting pegged with one person having the ultimate machine. And that thing shoots like blow darts. I think, to be fair, we need to go out and buy all new Nerf guns, so everybody has a fair advantage.
I do think we have some faulty Nerf guns, because they're older.
Yeah.
But listen, for you all with boys, you know what I'm saying here. Nerf guns come in plethora. Every time you have a birthday party, people give your boys Nerf guns because they don't know what else to get them. And so you end up with all these Nerf guns, from little ones to big ones, off-brand ones to actual Nerf guns. And
Nerf machine guns.
Right. So we have a tub, like a what do you call it? Like a storage tub full of guns, and we have another storage tub full of bullets, all different shapes and sizes of Nerf bullets. And so here's what I did the other week, maybe a few months ago. I found that tub. I was cleaning out the closet, and I found that tub, and so I just took it and I grabbed a gun and I pushed it up to the top of the steps, and that was like the warning, and everybody kind of knew. Did I even say anything, or did I just kind of like throw it up there, and everybody knew, and everybody just dove in and started grabbing a gun, and then we are just running around the whole house. Everything's fair game. There's nothing off limits, and it's pretty much every man for himself. We don't really play with rules. You just shoot each other and then laugh at where it hits them. Maybe y'all play Nerf with rules, but we don't play with
until somebody gets hit in the eye. Then it's a little bit of a kerfuffle. But
yeah, you get a little crying happens if somebody gets hit in the eye, or
especially if it's a girl.
Yeah, now that we're older, it's more like, "Why did you shoot me in the eye?" You know, we get mad like that, and we turn into like an emo kid from 1999.
Yeah,
why'd you shoot me in the eye? Like Napoleon Dynamite. No, then you like get one back. You're like, I'm gonna shoot you in the eye. Don't make that the intro to this.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Anyways, look, y'all. You listen to what we have right here. Look at this: chaos level 100. I would say that Nerf War is chaos level 100. It is just full on chaos. It is.
The only thing is second to is throw burrito.
No.
Yes.
No. Throw burrito.
Throw burrito is ridiculous.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because we're now on to card games.
You know what card game I love? One Night Werewolf.
That's not quite a card game, but okay.
Yes, it is. It has cards. It literally is a card game.
It literally is not a card game.
It literally has playing cards. What would you call it?
Is shopping a card game? You use a credit card.
Oh, he's going there. But listen, what would you call it? What would you call it?
It's a RPG. It's a role playing game. Okay, listen.
Anyways,
One
if you
Night
guys have
Werewolf.
not seen it, you should get it. It's fun.
One Night Werewolf. Do you want to describe this game?
No.
One Night Werewolf. It is like this. Everybody gets a card that you have like an identity, and then you all put your heads down. And there's a speaker. There's an app that goes with it, and so you play through the app, and it goes through a series of things that everybody's doing. But it's like when you were a kid and you'd put your head on your desk, everybody's got like
thumbs up, 7-Up.
Yeah, something like that. So everybody's got to put their head down, and then on the thing it'll say, everybody who's a whatever, lift your head up, and
or put your thumb up, or
right. And so then all those people have to do those actions. And then when it's over, the idea is that you're searching for who's the werewolf.
Yeah.
That's the idea. So you're and somebody has a werewolf card.
And usually 2 people have a werewolf card.
So then the rest of the group is trying to ask questions and get clues to figure out which person around the table or which persons around the table are the werewolf.
Yeah.
And so that one's fun. That's like a role-playing game. Kelly calls it a card game. I love some card games. Here's some favorites around here too. Monopoly Deal.
Yeah,
I love Monopoly Deal.
I love that one too.
Now, the kids wax and wane on Monopoly Deal.
Sometimes, they hate it right now. They despise it. They don't ever want to see it again.
It's like these crazy swing shifts of Monopoly Deal. And then other times they're like, oh, we love Monopoly Deal. I still love Monopoly Deal.
I do too.
It's a 20-minute version of Monopoly.
Yeah. Which is good because Monopoly is like a 2-hour game.
I don't know what world you live in. I don't think I've ever gotten done with Monopoly in 2 hours. It's like a 4-hour game. But of course, like I remember being a kid and being with my dad, and my dad would not let me quit. And he's like, no, you got to bankrupt that property. You got to bank. And I'm like, I'm just done. Just take all my property. And he's like, no way. And he would make us play forever. And
we need to have a game night with your parents sometime.
For sure. But listen, not Monopoly. Like him and my brother both, they are like, you got to play it through to the end, and they're strategizing. It's their turn, and they're looking around the board, and you're like, just make your move. Like, roll and go. But they don't see it that way. And then, of course, I don't think I've ever won at Monopoly in my entire life. So I think that's another reason why I don't love Monopoly. But Monopoly Deal, it's a card game, and it's all about who can get 3 sets.
Yeah. Just like Monopoly.
Yeah, 3 sets of property first. Another one we've been playing here lately, somebody gave us Rummy Cube.
Love Rummy Cube.
And so, but you can play Rummy with a deck of cards. Yeah. And so when we were on vacation, we just went and bought 2 decks of cards. So that way we could all play, because it takes a lot for us as a family. So we bought 2 decks of cards, stacked them up, and we've been playing Rummy with the cards. And that is pretty fun.
Yeah. I love Rummy Cube. I love Chinese checkers.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Chinese checkers is probably my favorite board game. Yeah. I've separated board games and card games.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I jumped.
No, it's all right.
I can't think of any other card games though.
Uno.
Phase 10. Uno we have spicy Uno.
Y'all, spicy Uno is hilarious.
Oh, it's not though. It's not, because we'll be like playing.
I want to play spicy Uno right now. I love it so much.
And if you lay down a 7, you have to be quiet until the next 7 is laid. But what will happen is you have to, like, if you're on Uno, you can't say Uno, because then if you say Uno, you have to pick up like 5 cards, right? Or for every word.
You have to pick up a card for every word you say.
Yeah. And so you're no longer Uno, because you either say it and have to pick up a card, but not just that, but like it'll happen and you'll be like trying to stay, like, it's just messed up. I don't like it. I get so aggravated. And then
listen, there's all these, it's Uno, just like what we did with the alphabet game. It's Uno, but then you add these little rules to it. So if somebody lays a card down,
they're dumb.
Then you can do different things when they lay those cards down. So one of those rules that Kelly was just describing is if anyone lays down a 7, everyone has to go silent. Now, we had a little run for a while where we said you can't talk. And so the kids were like, moaning to
like
grunting, like pointing, and that got annoying. And so we're like, no sounds at all.
Yeah.
So 7
you
mean
have to be specific.
Yeah, you have to say, and if you make a sound like a vocal sound, you have to draw a card for every syllable that is it every syllable or every word? I think it's every word that you say. So you say,
But if you say that's 3 cards right there.
Yeah, that's 3 cards, right? So then now the whole table's like pointing at you and like pointing at the cards, but we're all sitting silent. And you don't get to break that silence until someone lays down another 7.
And they could be doing it and you're looking at your cards and you're like, all right, I have. And they're like, And I was like, I didn't know. You just got 10 cards.
Yeah.
You just got 10 and you didn't even know.
Because you said, all right, I've got and then you said, I didn't know. And so people are like sitting there counting with their fingers how many. It is frustrating. Then there's another rule that says if somebody lays down a 6, I think it's a 6, then you have to slap the deck. And then everybody has to slap.
I'm always the last one.
Then everybody has to slap. So somebody lays down a 6 and then everybody's like, all the hands are slapping and you have to like keep your hand on top of it. And the last one to put their hand on top, that person now has to draw a card, or maybe the pile is that they get
a card.
Yeah, they get a card.
Before you move on, you know another card game I love?
What?
That trading one.
Oh, it's called Pit.
Yes.
Listen, first of all, I didn't realize this. Pit is one of the older card games from Mattel or Milton Bradley or somebody. I mean, I think it was made back in like 1910 or something like that. So it's like 100 years old. The game is 100 years old. So the idea is it's like based on the stock market, and there's commodities, and so the commodities are like, it's all on cards. Okay.
Corn.
Yeah, you have all these.
Coffee.
You have 7 cards. Is it 7 or 9? I can't remember.
I think it's 7.
That say corn. So 7 cards say corn on them. 7 cards say coffee on them. 7 cards say oranges. 7 cards say wheat. And so these are these commodities. And what you're doing is
and like wheat is worth 100, then say corn's 90, something's 80, 70, 60, 50.
Yeah.
And you have to collect all 7. So you're trading.
Yeah, you're trading. So everybody's holding 7 cards, but you're trading around trying to get all 7 of the same. Mm-hmm. But it's a blind trade. So the cards are face down. And this is
you know what you have. So if I'm going for coffee and I've got 2 corn, I'm like, I've got 2, I've got 2, I've got 2.
But you can't say I've got 2 coffee.
Right. You just have to say 2 cards.
Cards. I have 2 cards, and somebody else says I have 2. But everybody's playing simultaneously. So this one really is chaos. Like it's.
Well, why don't you tell them why it's chaos? Tell them what the boys do.
Well, okay, I'll get there. But the game is like, the idea is like the stock exchange, right? Like, so, everybody's yelling and trading and it's loud and busy. Like the whole table is playing all at once and you're going, I've got 2, I've got 2. And somebody else is saying, I've got 3 or I've got 1. And so then you get to like eye to eye with somebody like, I've got 2. And then they're looking like, I've got 3. I don't have 2. I'm not breaking it up. And so, but you can't tell them what you have. And then you end up having to switch and then see, did they trade you for the thing that you wanted? And so you're just going around the table passing and passing until finally somebody gets all 7, and then they get to ring the bell, and whatever their commodity was worth, so say wheat is worth 100, that person gets 100 points. Yes. And then you pick a number of points. I think the game actually says 500 points. The first one to 500 wins. Yeah. And so one night we're playing this game, and usually it takes like, say, 10 minutes
tops
to get through where people are trading and yelling and it's loud. I mean, it really is loud and chaotic.
Yeah.
And so we get to the end of that game, or we're getting like what should be the end of that game 10 minutes in, and nobody is even close. Everybody is like stuck. And we keep playing and we keep playing. It gets to the point it's like it's kind of annoying and people are getting really frustrated. But we get all the way down to the point that everybody at the table, it was probably 25 minutes of this madness. And then we realize everybody is trading 1. Everybody is trading for 1 card. It's like, I've got 1, I've got 1. And that's not typical to get to the point that you're like, I've got 1 and everybody around the table and nobody can get the right 1. And about that time, I realized that my son is grinning and he had played in a different fashion. Instead of trying to get all 7 of the same card, he got all 1 of every card.
So nobody could win.
He was holding all like 1 of each card, so nobody can get all 7. And then he was just sitting back watching the chaos roll on. That was sneaky. That was sneaky funny. All right, let me talk to you guys about some board games.
Yeah.
We love board games, except the cost. For some reason, board games feel very expensive.
They are, especially this one.
Yeah, I would say this one is one of my favorites now.
Mine too.
It didn't start that way. It felt weird. It's like when I first saw it and started to play it, I'm like, I don't want to play Oregon Trail. Do you remember that Oregon Trail on the computer? It felt like it was going to be like Oregon Trail, but it's not. It's kind of like Monopoly, but not exactly. But it's called Catan. 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 That is That's a great board game.
Yeah, I love it.
If you guys don't know it, you should play it. But it's like $40, and then if you got to buy the expansion pack, it's another 30. And our family's so big, you got to buy the expansion pack, and still you have to team up, and somebody's got to be on somebody's team. But it's all about, it's kind of those commodities again. There's all these little commodities, and you build cities, and then turn those cities into whatever, and you're trying to go for points. And it's too hard to explain here, but I would just tell you that if you want to play it, watch a YouTube video and have somebody explain it as you go to set it up. And if you watch a visual of it and then you play through, the first time I played it, it was like mediocre. But by the second time I played through, and I had a concept of what was happening, super fun. And now we play it all the time.
So much fun.
Yeah, Catan. Our son-in-law kind of turned us on to Catan. I think his brother was playing it, and then he brought it over and turned us on to it. And it's been a crowd favorite. It's one that gets thrown out. But I'll tell you another one we played at a friend's house. One night we went to a game night, and we liked it so much we ended up buying it. It's called Hues and Cues. Mm-hmm. And Hues and Cues is oddly fun. I wouldn't think it would be fun, but maybe you disagree with me. Do you know?
Oh, I love it, but it just gets old so quickly.
Oh, I don't think it does.
I do, because then you're in the same, like having to describe the same colors, and so it's like, all right, I'm done now.
Oh man, I like it. Okay, so Hues and Cues goes like this: you get like a board, and imagine like paint samples from Sherwin-Williams. Yeah. Okay.
So it starts with like reds, pinks.
Yeah, one board with all these little squares, and they're bundled together. So there's like, it goes from reds into pinks into whatever, and it kind of scales across the board in that type of, I don't know, chromatic type of way. And then you draw a card, and they're in a grid. So like, say it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and whatever number, maybe that's like 20 numbers. And then it's letters. It's A, B, C, D, F, G. So you did I say A, B, C, D? Yeah, I said it right. Mm-hmm. I was like, did I say A, B, C, G? But I didn't know. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm just tired, and I thought I said that wrong. And I was like,
I think this is the most tired I've ever been doing a podcast.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired right now. Like my behind my eyeballs hurts a little bit. But anyway.
Sorry, you guys. I hope I'm not coming off as like this Debbie Downer or anything.
No more than normal. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Do you guys think I'm a Debbie Downer?
No, literally no one thinks that. Everybody loves your laugh and everything else. Anyways, let me tell you about this game. Look, you match up the color, you draw a card, and then you can look at it and say, oh, it's like C5, okay? And say that's like a pink color. You can't say pink. You have to give a cue.
Like salmon.
Yeah, you could say the word salmon.
One word the first time.
And now everybody around the board takes their little piece and tries to put it on that board and say, okay, from the word that you used, you said salmon, they got to try to like find it. Or you could say Barbie, and then they would be like, looking for Barbie pink. But you couldn't say pink. You could just say.
And you can't say Barbie pink.
Right. You can't you can't even put two words in there. You say one word.
Time.
Well, yeah.
And then the second time you do two words. So if you did like Barbie, the second time you do bubble gum.
Yeah. And so then it comes with this little square piece. And so then once everybody has put their pieces down where they think that you've said, then you like put this little piece down around the one that it actually is, the card that you drew.
In the center.
Yeah, you put it with that in the center. And then whoever's closest or inside of the little box, then they get points, and then they move around the board. Again, it probably doesn't sound as great described, but I'm telling you, Hues and Cues. And by the way, we're not sponsored by any of these. We're just telling y'all what we love to play.
It's fun
at our house. But what's hilarious about Hues and Cues is this: we have a couple of children that are colorblind, and one of them is very insistent that he's right about colors, but he can't see colors very well.
He sees greens as brown.
Yeah, he sees greens as browns. We didn't know that for years. Yeah. And we just even heard him say the other day that even the stoplights, the red that looks white to him? So red lights look white.
Yeah.
So for him, there's like white, yellow, and green.
Yeah.
And he just knows.
Even then, green is brown to him.
Yeah. So that's an interesting thing.
Yeah.
But then he wants to jump in and play Hues and Cues. But then my absolute favorite, all-time favorite, is Chinese checkers. And other than Kelly, nobody in the house really loves to play Chinese checkers with me.
I love it.
But I looked it up the last time. I was like, do they call it Chinese check? Like, what, do they just call it checkers? And
this is another Mandela effect.
What do you mean?
Because it's Chinese checkers.
No. I just said, do they call it Chinese checkers? And they call it Chinese checkers, or they call it jump chess.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah. So, but we only call it Chinese checkers. I don't know if you've ever played it, but I love Chinese checkers.
Yeah.
There's something oddly satisfying.
He's so good at it, though.
Jumping that little ball.
You got to think outside the box, and I just don't. I'm an overthinker, and so that ruins things for me. But I love it. Yeah. I love Chinese checkers.
That's a very fun one.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's one more for you. Nintendo game night.
Yes.
There is something really fun about sitting down with your family. Mario Kart. Now, we're in a big family, so how do we do that?
My favorite.
You got to have a tournament style. Yeah. You got to be like, winner gets to stay in, losers come out, or, if somebody just gets tired or gets grumpy, or if somebody chooses Rainbow Road, which you can't stay on for the life of you anyways.
Or that lava one.
Yeah. You did not do well in that one.
It's so annoying.
So, we have a nice big TV. I mean, TVs are so big now. Remember when we were kids and you're trying to play Mario Kart and you could play for the first time, you could play this game with 4 players on Mario Kart 64.
Yes.
And I remember I had this television in my room. I think it was 19 inches.
Yeah.
And we're trying to play Mario Kart with 4 players on a 19-inch television screen. I remember one summer, me and my friends, we took my TV that, I had a TV, and remember, I didn't have cable or anything, but we had, bunny ear antennas. And I know I saw you, I said, you're laughing at the way I'm saying it.
I'm not laughing. I'm swooning over the way you say it. I love your country.
Oh boy, here we go. But anyways, we took this television, this 19-inch television that I had, out into the garage, because my dad didn't want all my friends coming in the house, because he's like, they're going to tear my house up when I'm not there. And it was summertime. And so we plugged in the Nintendo 64 and we're playing Mario Kart. And I think we played a few other games too. But I just remember it breaking it up into these tiny little screens, and we're all trying to race around it or whatever. Now, everybody in their living room seems like they have 50 inches, 60 inches, of televisions.
Oh, yeah.
Those don't even seem that big. I think ours is 70 inches.
I think it is. Or 72.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big TV. So you put Mario Kart up there, it's like everybody's got their own little personal 19-inch television or 20-inch television. Anyways, Mario Kart is a super fun one. When my kids were little, we used to have. So remember how they came out with the Wii, and then they came out with Super Mario again, and it was like the 2D running across the screen version. That was the funnest version. And my daughter, Rebecca, if you're watching this, she'll know what I'm saying. She was a terror in that game. You could pick a person up in multiple ways. You could, if you were Yoshi, you could throw out your little tongue and eat somebody, but you don't actually eat them. You just carry them in your mouth until you're done, and then you spit them out somewhere.
Yeah.
And so she would pick you up, or you could also, if you were Mario or Luigi, you could pick the person up, and then they're carrying them over your head and running with them. You don't lose speed. You're not going any slower. You're just carrying the other person. She used to pick me up and carry me across the board. I'm like, Rebecca, put me down. Rebecca, put me down. Put me down, Rebecca. And she would and then she would get me over lava, and she would throw me in the lava. I would get so mad at her.
That's hilarious. That's funny. I
mean, looking back on it, it's hilarious to think about. And it's hilarious to think about how irritated I would get. I'm like, if you don't put me down, I quit. I'm gonna quit. And she'd throw me into the lava or throw me into something else, and I would die. And then I was, I'm me, and if I do something, I'm thorough. And so I wanted to get every coin. Remember they had the coins?
Oh yes.
And so I wanted, if there was a coin.
Oh, you were probably going crazy with Sonic.
I didn't play Sonic on the Wii. I don't even think they had it on the Wii, did they?
I don't think so.
It was all Sega, but
yeah.
I don't know that I ever really had Sonic growing up. I had friends that had it, so I played it, but I'm not talking about just the coins, but they always had these in Super Mario Brothers had the big coin, and it was usually somewhere kind of obscure. And some of them are really even hidden, but every board had a coin. And then if you got all of them, you got something special at the end. And I was determined I want to get this coin. And Rebecca would run on. And I'm like, Rebecca, come. And if she ran far enough, she would push the screen and then I couldn't get back to it. I would get so mad. And I'm like, Rebecca, come back. We cannot leave this board till we get this coin. And she'd run off. I'm telling you, she was a terror on Mario. I mean, I would love to go back and play that again.
Yeah.
I'm sure, the first few minutes would be fun, and then I'd probably be angry again.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing this? So frustrated.
For sure.
But then we got a game. Have you and I played this one together? We got a game called Overcooked.
Yes.
Have we played that?
Yeah. And it's fun, except the boys, again, they will go in there and they will do the most wild stuff. That it's like, we're trying to play. You even have to get on them every single time because what do? They start stacking stuff up so you can't do anything. Then they block you and they do all this stuff and you just sit there. You're like, all right, let me put the remote down. When you guys are done, let me know because you can't do anything. You're stuck.
Your frustration. We haven't played in months and you're so frustrated.
Yes.
Overcooked I think it's been rated like the #1 party game. I don't know how many times, but I want to say you can put 4 people on Overcooked.
Yeah.
It might be more.
It's 4. There's
also another one that you can put, I think you can put 6 people or maybe even 8. But Overcooked is, it sounds really, really stupid. You're these little chefs and you have to make things. And, you basically just button smash, you just hit the button over and over and over. But you have to like make a hamburger. And so you have to go get the bun and you have to go get the burger meat and you have to chop up the burger meat. And then you have to put it on the fryer and you have to fry it. And so you're multiple people doing it like you're in a kitchen and little orders come up and you have to go fulfill the orders and then put them in. And you know what? Here's a funny thing to do. Hop on YouTube or Facebook and just look up like people playing Overcooked. It's not just our household. Like people get irate over this game.
That's funny.
There's this one, I've seen this one short video and this guy is like, when the whatever comes up, you got to do this. And his girlfriend or wife is sitting up to the side and she's going, yes, chef. Yes, chef. And he's like yelling at the screen. And
that's hilarious.
Yeah. Anyways.
Do you remember that one game where you chop the fruit?
Oh, yeah. I think it was called Fruit Ninja.
Yes.
But it was really on a phone and you just kind of like.
Oh, I didn't play on a phone. I played it on a game system.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. What was that one that had the remote that has the ball on top that lights up?
What?
Yeah, it was a black remote and then it has a white clear ball on top.
Is it a game system that had a remote with a white clear ball?
Yeah. What is the name of that game system?
Are you referencing like a joystick?
No, I mean it was like a controller, and it was part of the game. Oh gosh, why can't I think of it?
Y'all help her out. I have no clue what you're referencing. It sounds like you're describing a joystick. As you're saying it, like, what did you do with this remote that had? What did you do with the clear ball, the white clear ball?
It wasn't the Switch? Was it Xbox?
I literally don't know. I don't know which one had a white clear.
I'm looking it up because I'm telling you.
I'm trying to look with her. What is that?
PlayStation Move.
I've never seen that.
That's what we played the ninja game with, where you chop the fruit. Yeah.
So they took a Wii remote and put a ball on the top of it.
Kinda.
I've never seen that. I didn't know that
funny.
was a thing.
That's funny.
And we played a lot of video games growing up, but I never played that one. Anyways, here's one more for you guys. If you have a Nintendo Switch, you need to get a game called Boomerang Foo. It is hilarious.
Start the party. So you've never played that?
I've never played that.
Oh my god.
PlayStation 3. I don't think I ever had a PlayStation 3. Mm-hmm. So you want to hear something funny though? When I was 18 years old, well, no, not when I was 18. When I was like 16 years old, they came out with the PlayStation 2. And the PlayStation 2, do you remember what was so special about it? It had a Bluetooth, a Blu-ray player built in. Do you remember this? So way back in the day, you went from tape, we had videotapes, and then we went to DVDs. Mm-hmm. And then they went from DVDs to Blu-rays.
Yes.
then Sony PlayStation came out with PlayStation 2.
Yes.
And it had a Blu-ray player.
Yes. So instead of buying a DVD player, we literally bought the PlayStation and we watched movies off.
Yeah, you could watch movies off of your PlayStation because
That's the only reason we had one.
Oh, well.
That's all we ever did with it.
So I was working at Domino's Pizza, and Sarah was working there with me. And one night I won. They had this like drawing for the employees, and I won the PlayStation 2.
I remember you telling me that. And
then later in life, like Sarah insisted that she was the one that won the PlayStation. She gave it to me. And I'm like, you did not win the PlayStation. I won the PlayStation. And I'm like, I remember saying, like, I never win stuff like this. I was so shocked that I won. And she's like, I won that PlayStation. Maybe
she won it. And then she told them, give it to him and say he won. Maybe, and that's why years later she forgot and was like, or she had enough. She's like, you didn't win it.
But she could have
I won it and I gave it to you.
She could have told me that. She could have told me that. Listen, we used to wait tables together after Domino's Pizza. We ended up going, she left first and she went and worked at a daycare, and then she didn't really like that. So she ends up over at Perkins restaurant. It was like a Shoney's.
Yeah, I remember.
And so she ends up over at this Perkins, and then, I liked her. And so I ended up going over to Perkins as well. And she was not good at waiting tables. She was really, really poor. She was just couldn't multitask and couldn't keep up with it. Like the stress would get to her. And so I would run behind her and I would wait on her tables for her as she would I would keep an eye on her, and then I would kind of rush over. Do you feel like as I say this that you could see Elijah doing this?
Yeah. I mean, actually, I wasn't thinking, I was just thinking how sweet that is. I'd
come up behind her, and at first, when I first started working there, we would leave and I'd have $75, $80 in tips, which was a lot for a 16-year-old kid back then. And I'd be like, how'd you do tonight? And she'd be like, I only got $12. And she just it was hard for her to get the tips because she just wasn't good at it. So then I would run around behind her and I would help get the hand. Did you get your whatever? Did you get your drink? Did you get your this or that? And then we'd get in the car those nights, and she'd be like, I did over $50 tonight. Or she'd be all excited. But anyway, she ended up hosting because she just didn't do good as a waitress. So anyways. Yep. But she did not win the PlayStation 2. I totally won the PlayStation 2. But I didn't ever get any PlayStations after that. I was like,
you're missing out. I'm telling you, I'm going to figure out a way to start the party for us. So much fun. My favorite video game.
Oh, compared to the Wii? What about Wii Sports?
I'm telling you, I love Wii Sports. That's but I'm telling you, start the party. We would just go all night long. So funny and so fun.
I want to look for some other games. I want to look for some new things that we haven't. So I like the idea of this, but you'd obviously have to have a PlayStation 3.
You're probably getting cheap now.
I don't know. You can get stuff cheap.
Gift it.
You have to get stuff cheap until it's you can get stuff cheap until it's vintage, and then all of a sudden now people want lots of money for it. But I like these retro games that they've been coming out with where it looks like a little Nintendo system, Nintendo controllers, but you plug it in and then there's 1,000 games.
Except they're cheaply made. They break down after. First of all, you wait 6 months for that thing to come in.
You're talking about that Game Boy one.
Yeah. And then when it does come in, it lasts for a month. I want to see how much we can get a PlayStation 3 for really quick.
Well,
yes, and
I like them.
The
We had one of the first ones I got a while back. I got an Atari, a little console Atari, and then it had all the Atari games on it.
How long did it last you?
It did not last long. I mean, it was maybe 2 or 3 years, and then
I'm surprised
something broke on it. So yeah, $161 for a game system? I think not. Okay,
PlayStation. $155 right here, renewed.
What I just said $160, and then you said $155. That's $5 less, but that's not significantly less.
Oh, goodness.
It's not like you said $25.
I want one.
I mean, if you really want one, but I feel like this could be like the Ninja Creamy. He said it.
I'm waiting for you to make me some Ninja Creamies.
Is that what it is?
Yes. I don't want to make it. I need you to make it for me. You make the best.
We've used it once.
We've used it a couple times.
No, we've used it once, literally once.
No. We've made a couple different kinds, though.
The one time that we used it.
But, babe, I need to make
we got a Ninja Creamy because Kelly wanted this Ninja Creamy so bad. She wanted to make healthy ice creams, and she wanted a Ninja Creamy.
It's so time consuming, but I still love it.
It is not that time consuming. You mix it up and put it in the freezer the night, but the whole thing is the Ninja Creamy, you got to mix the stuff up and then put it in the freezer and let it freeze in this particular container. Now, I will say one of the problems, Ninja Creamy, you got to accept the fact that for us, very difficult with all these kids to run the creamy. Like you get pretty much enough for like 1.5 servings. It's really not even 2 servings worth. They say it's 2 servings, but I'm like, y'all serving up kid servings here. Like that's kid cones.
Not really, but.
Well, no, because we got the bigger one.
Yes.
So then they have one that has like a bigger container.
Yeah.
And that one is probably more like 2 servings.
Yeah.
Of ice cream. But you have to make your mix and then put it in the freezer and then freeze it
for 24 hours.
And then, or thereabouts, like overnight pretty much. And then the next day you can take that and you put it in the Ninja Creamy and then it's totally frozen, but then it, mixes it up. And you have to kind of run the thing a couple of times. So it probably takes, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes of running the machine. And then now you have some parts to clean. So that's the whole problem. That's where it comes in, because now you've taken ice cream that we're used to opening the tub and using a spoon and a bowl. And so the only thing dirty you had to clean was a spoon and a bowl. And now you have like kind of all of these different elements, and you have to pre-plan when you're going to eat ice cream, and who pre-plans when they're going to eat ice cream. You have to think in advance to be like, ooh, I want something from the Ninja Creamy. So now you have to make it up and then wait till the following day or, plan ahead. Anyways, we bought the Ninja Creamy and we've used it once, and I'm about to get rid of it, like the air fryer. We get these things. Look at her.
You can't get rid of it.
We don't use it. I now know why there's so many.
We haven't had a chance. We went on vacation and stuff.
You're grinning because you know as well as I know that we've had a chance. You can't get rid of
that. We just paid buku bucks for that thing.
We did. It was like $300 for an ice cream maker. But I mean,
it was like $250, but that's a $50 difference, babe. But listen to me. You can't get rid of it, first of all. And second of all, I need us to make some Ninja Creamies,
You know what's funny is with
we've just been so busy.
You know what's funny is we have a daughter that Kelly calls her on the carpet and says she'll want food. Just the other night we made breakfast sandwiches for dinner. So we had eggs and bacon and sausage, and we made these and English muffins. And our daughter didn't want the sandwich. She asked if she could just have cream cheese on the English muffin, which Kelly agreed to. And so she toasted her up an English muffin and she cream cheesed it, and she ate that whole English muffin. And then she said, "That was so good. Can I have another?" And Kelly says, "You're not going to eat it. No, you're not going to eat that. Just have a piece of bacon or have an egg, but you're not going to eat another English muffin." And she swore that she would. And so what did Softy Dad do? He made an English muffin, toasted it up, cream cheesed it, put it on her plate. And she did not. She nibbled off of it, and I wonder if she even gave that to the dogs. Like, I don't even know if she took a bite. Like, she did not even take a bite off of this, like a full bite off of this. And I was like, your mom said that you weren't going to eat that.
It's the whole leave them wanting more thing.
The Ninja Creamy, if I make these up, she's not going to eat. She's not going to eat any of them.
I will. There's a Fluffernutter one that I want to make.
We have a Ninja Creamy sitting upstairs, and Kelly bought ice cream.
Halo Top.
You bought healthy ice cream.
But I wasn't thinking when I was at the store. I was buying stuff, and then I saw that was on sale, and so I was like, "Oh, let's get
babe." That. Do you know how many Halo Top ice creams we could have bought for $250?
Yes.
And then we don't have to freeze these little cups.
I know, but I like making them. Well, I like eating them. Okay, I'm sorry. So we'll use it.
As you said to me, like, you're not going to eat that. You are never going to eat that out of it. Y'all, my bet is that poor Kelly, she's super tired here. Right, I can like see it in her eyes. She's glazed over. I am so glazed over.
I will eat it. I want it.
I don't think she will. Here's how she'll eat the Ninja Creamy. Let me explain how she'll eat it. If I make the mix and I put it in the freezer, and then the next day or within a couple of days, I pull it out of the freezer and I run it through the Ninja Creamy, then she will eat Ninja Creamy ice cream. Otherwise, she's never going to use that machine.
I mean, I don't see the problem here. He makes the best healthy foods. I get so bored making the same things and stuff. And he comes up with these creative, crazy ways. Like I would never imagine putting some of the stuff that you put together. And then it's like, this is amazing.
I just accepted the fact that you can mix way more things than you would think.
Yeah.
You know, if you think in your head, like those two things will never go together, that's probably not true. They could potentially go together in some way, shape, or form. You just have to be willing to think about it a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, not all things would go together, but I mean, remember the night we went over to Nida's house and she put the tahini on the mango?
Yeah.
That was so good. I would have never put spicy powder on fruit.
Yeah.
But she took mango and then y'all have seen tahini, you know, talking about is it powder or is it a sauce? It's kind of powder. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like a granulated cayenne pepper type of something.
Like a spice.
Yeah, it's a spice. Tahini, and it's like red in color, and she didn't mince it. I mean, she put it on thick.
It was so good.
It was so good. Just mango with tahini on top of it in a little bowl. That was really good.
That was so good.
So
I don't think Nida watches these, but I would like that again.
Do you remember when we went to the little bistro in Bowling Green?
Yes.
And what was it that I talked you into?
That was the intro to me eating things outside of my bubble.
That was. What was it that they had there?
I got the burger, but it was like bacon jam.
Yeah, it had a bacon jam on the burger. That's right. And do you remember I got the fish? It was the special. And do you remember what was on the fish?
What was on the fish?
Blueberries.
Yes.
It was fish, and it was topped with a lemon blueberry caper topping. And Kelly was like, and I'm like, blueberry. I mean, I'm willing to try a lot of things, but blueberry on fish.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I mean, this is a nice little restaurant. And I mean, it seemed like really fancy, not really fancy.
It was delicious.
It was really good. Yeah. It was so delicious.
We have to go back there.
I know. That's what you want to do. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's where we go on our 1-year anniversary. We'll go back to the bistro.
That's so sweet.
All right, y'all. I think poor Kelly is about to just fall over while sitting here. The glossy look in your eyes says that you are.
You're romancing me right now.
Oh, that was a romance gloss? Because I thought it was a sleepy gloss.
No, I was just thinking about the bistro. How sweet and romantic.
Well, maybe they will have the fish. Yeah. I think it was halibut. Halibut with
I think so too.
Lemon, caper, blueberry topping on top. It was really delicious.
Yeah.
Anyways, you can mix a whole lot of things, but you can do that. You can do that too. And you can also look up recipes. You probably have lots of recipes saved on that Pinterest board of yours.
I do. And I go through and make them for you guys.
Oh, wait, maybe I can do this. Would you make me some Ninja Creamy?
That was cheap.
Hey, do any of you guys have a Ninja Creamy? I would love to hear about it.
Recipes.
Yeah.
Yes, recipes.
Send your recipes. But if you're sending recipes that are just like, I see these recipes that are like, take a block of cream cheese and mix it. And I'm like, a block of cream. If you're going to put a block of cream cheese in it, just buy some ice cream. I don't understand the point of getting the Ninja Creamy if you're going to.
I don't either.
At least in my mind, it's like, it gives you a chance to have ice cream, but it can be like healthy.
Almond milk and.
Yeah. use protein. I mean, my whole thing is to, load it up with protein. You can put protein powder in it and then make it up. But anyways, I am impressed with the texture of the Ninja Creamy.
Oh yeah.
The one that we've had one time.
We've had it twice, you guys.
No, we made up to the one time that we made it. I made one and you made one. That's not making it twice. That's making two at the same time.
That's twice.
We've used it once.
We've used it twice. We didn't eat both ice creams at one time.
All right, y'all. I'll let you know how it goes next week. All right. I don't know if we bored you to tears with all these.
I hope not.
With all of these.
I know I was sleepy,
games.
but
I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's funny because I think in my mind, if I think about what a podcast would be, it sounds very boring. But then when I get into it, like once I start listening to them, even our own, I just start
cracking up.
Yeah, I just start going through it with myself sometimes. And then sometimes if you really get to laughing, that's the thing too. Tonight, you really weren't like giggling and laughing. I mean, a little bit, but not. Sometimes you really get going.
Yeah.
And then that gets me going.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite parts is when you're like really giggling and really into it.
Yeah.
So
I'm just ultra tired. Like seriously, I have not felt this tired in a very long time.
Oh, I totally get it. It's been a long day. It's church. Yeah. It's a Sunday. So we've been going since, we woke up early to go take a walk. Mm-hmm. So it was like 6 when we were.
It was before 6.
Yeah. So, we got up before 6 and here it is. Let's check. It is 11:30.
Oh my word.
We've been going 19 hours strong and it's about time for us to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Land this plane. I feel like there's probably, seriously, I'm not even joking when I tell you all this. I know that we sat here and talked about board games and card games and family nights. I could probably give you 10 more examples now of other things that we have done and enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Like it is, I'm telling you when I say like game night, family night is probably my second to like meals together, sitting down and having meals together. I love to have game night together and have, and I really enjoy too when we have friends come over and join us for game nights, like when there's something that we really love to do and then somebody else gets to come. Although every now and then you get somebody that like kind of poo-poos on your favorite games and then that's not fun.
Or stays till 2 a.m.
That's okay so long as I know it's coming and it's a day that's appropriate. Now it's hard when it's like a Saturday night.
I'm too old for that, y'all. I am too old for that.
Oh, you know what I need to do? I'll put a teaser out there and tell you guys that my son created a card game when he was like he claims that he woke up one day with this idea for this card game and it was really cool. He was like 10 years old. I want you to imagine like a 10-year-old boy. And he insisted that he probably wasn't 10. He was probably like 12 or 13. But he insisted that he had this idea for a card game. And he was asking for index cards so that he could draw out this card game. And so we gave him to him. We don't have a problem. You know me, I keep lots of paper and stationary items so that kids can draw and paint and whatever. And so we gave him some index cards and he had some pencils and he went and he draws out these cards and he's begging us to come and play his card game. And I'm kind of shooing him away. I'm like, yeah, we'll play your card game one day, but tonight let's play a game we can all play. And he's like, we can all play my game. And we're like, Elijah, we can't all play your game. Let's just, have you played this with me? Have we done it? We still haven't played it.
Still have not played it.
He calls it Any. That's what he named it. A-N-Y, Any. Am I saying that funny? Look at me funny.
No.
Okay.
I would have thought it would ring a bell, the name.
Yeah.
But maybe you just never told me the name.
Yeah, it was like and, no, or yes. That's what it stood for, and it was Any. But I'm already halfway in it. I might as well just tell you guys at this point. So he like.
Oh, you leave a teaser.
Well, when am I going to bring it up? I guess I will. I'll bring up everything.
Yeah.
Anyways, he created this game. We all thought that we couldn't really play it. So one night he finally insists that we play his game. And begrudgingly, I'm like, okay. And he's going over the rules. And I'm trying not to be negative, but when you're trying not to be negative, but you're still kind of coming across as negative. And so I'm questioning. But I'm definitely questioning from a standpoint of I don't believe this is going to work. And he's going over the rules of this game. And I'm like, mathematically, I don't think there's enough cards here. I even said that. I was like, I don't think you have enough cards here for all of us to play with what you're describing. And he was like, no, we do. I've thought about it, and you'll have this many, you have this many, and then it'll work out. And I'm thinking, well, it's either going to like just be over before it starts, or it's going to take forever. And then we're going to realize like, you can't really do this. Well, we start playing this little game, and it was fun. Like we're playing off of index cards that he's drawn little pieces on, and we're all trying to play through it. And once we got through a round or two, like we got through round one, we like played round two, we played round three, and we were like, this is actually a fun little game. Like this is really good. And so, anyways, that year, about a year goes by, and he had drawn these out. And so we got on the computer for his birthday was coming up. And so we got on the computer and we printed, we didn't know how to make cards. So we printed cards with his different pieces. And on the back of each one, we had double-sided it. On the back of each one, we had any printed on it. And then we took those, because they came out on cardstock, we took those and laminated them and then cut them out so that they would be, so we made him a deck of cards of his game, and we gave them to him. Well, then a few years later, we had a friend Nathan, who does like, engraving, laser engraving and stuff. And he made a little wood box and engraved it on the top. So he's got like a little box, like a little card box that they sit in, and the cards themselves. And I still hold to, he really ought to, like, I don't know how to like patent a game, but I really believe he ought to patent that game and sell it. I think other people would enjoy playing it. And I think like one little tweak, I could say it another time, but I think like one little tweak could make it really interesting, that would make like adults want to play.
Yeah.
Like adults could want to play the game. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll have him make it up and roll it out here on Happy Chaos, and people
that'd be cool.
Can see his game. Because I'm telling you, like, I think he really could be onto something like that. I know you've never played it, but I was impressed. And then we actually typed up all the rules, because there's a few rules to it. So we typed them all up so we'd remember them in the future. So he's got a little set of typed rules in his cards. And
I love it.
Yeah. Anyways, maybe we'll roll it out for you guys. All right. That's enough for us. We're going straight to bed. Kelly's going to fall asleep on this table.
It's true.
Yeah. Thanks for sticking with us again. This will come out tomorrow. Yeah. We'll get it uploaded tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
We love you.
Bye. See you guys.